Mm.
Ooh, y'all, them bells.
I
Mm.
just got one thing to ask. If that was your mama and your stepmama, whose side you about to be on? Because I know whose side I'm on, and it's my mama's.
I'm gonna say this. I don't know about the mama and the stepmama, but I do know one thing. It seems like the baby is the mama. If your baby the mama is the baby, then the baby is the mama. How about that?
The
Just say
baby's the mama. All right.
that. Mm-hmm.
So you know I got to lean in.
Yes, the
Hey
bells of the Lena
y'all.
in the building. Get into it under your fall face first. Yes. What is going on, Asia? How are you? I love working. We've been seeing a lot of each other lately, and I just love
Yeah,
for you.
we got similar taste in what we like, but
We like
differences
some of
of
the same thing.
opinion.
That's true, but that's all right. At least we somewhere along the path. And speaking of a difference of opinion, welcome to the panel, the newest belle of the league, Shantae. Not to be confused with SoGucci, Shantae, Sophia, Otis Williams. Oh wait, Otis Williams is the stage right. Not to
Ain't
be
nobody
confused with
coming to see who's
all her.
oldest so Gucci.
Yeah, Otis, SoGucci, Otis, right? Yes. We're gonna start calling her Otis. But Shantae, how are you?
Shantae.
You in the building?
Cap Tay Tay.
Y'all,
Uh-oh.
she is the captain. I don't know what's going on. What we're going to go ahead and do is, listen, sometimes you get those pre show jitters. It's your first show. We're going to go ahead and drop her on down, and then we're going to bring her back. But we're not going to go too far along without our newest recruit, Shantae. We're going to drop her down. We're going to have her come back on in the building, come on in the room, and we're going to get into it. While we're doing that, I am so excited to bring up the show that has really tickled my fancy. So while we're waiting on Shantae, not to be confused with Sophia, Shantae, Otis, So Gucci, Williams to come back, I just want to give a quick little back history about why I am so passionate about this particular show. It's because one night I was asleep on the couch. Friday night I didn't go anywhere, and I just was like, well, let me just put it on, whatever, or whatever, right? So I'm
Yeah.
watching it, and it was the season two finale where Marie was going around looking for her mother, who is addicted to, she has substance abuse issues. And so I just got enthralled and I'm like, what is going on? And then the next scene is some lady named So Gucci, and everybody's saying So Gucci this, So Gucci that, So Gucci this. And then when she talks, she refers to herself as Gucci. Well, Gucci don't have no problem with this, and Gucci don't have no problem with that. So I'm like, what is this show? I went and watched it all the way from the beginning. I'm caught all the way up to now, and we're gonna get into the things. Are y'all ready? The newest
Yeah.
Belle, are you all right down there, Shantae?
Yes, not my computer cutting off, so I'm on my
Don't
phone.
worry about it. You know what? We're gonna whip that computer ass if you do it again. So you're all right with us. Don't worry about it. Y'all ready to go ahead and get buckled up?
Your
Yeah,
computer gonna be on the flow like so Gucci
Okay.
was.
Oh my goodness, in the glass, rolling around like a damn fool. All right,
Rip me out the
listen.
plastic.
Rip, rip out the wine glass, baby. She's been acting brand new. So what we're gonna do, because we're already 6 episodes in, and the seventh episode is airing soon, is we're not gonna go ahead and do a per episode breakdown. I'm gonna go ahead and throw each of the ladies up so you guys who may not know what this show is and are watching us, which we appreciate, can get familiar with the ladies, and we can kind of go ahead and quickly run down their storyline, and then we're gonna get right into what everybody wants to talk about, which is So Gucci, Sophia, Shantae, Otis Williams against Selena from Bring It. So we're gonna get right into it. The first bell I have coming up is Marie Monroe, baby. Yes, God, Marie Monroe, honey. So Marie Monroe, her story. Marie always has like a lot of emotional story and personal story. So I believe that her son's um, girlfriend or the mother of his child, she was killed in a gun shooting while she was in a car with their son in the back seat. The son didn't incur any injury or anything like that. But considering that, Maria's battling with lupus and a mother with substance abuse issues, as I mentioned earlier, as well as, dealing with this death in the family, she's always got something going on. She is one of the biggest bosses in Jackson, and she is not afraid to let you guys know what time it is. So that's what Maria's going through right now. Marie still hate Latrice, and if y'all don't know who Latrice is, we'll get to her. Marie still hate Latrice. Do y'all think Maria is ever going to like Latrice? What y'all think?
No.
It's never going to happen. Shantae, what you think?
No, it will never happen. Marie has been hating on Latrice since season 1, when she complained about the red hair that she got from Goddess Length. And I just think Marie needs to live in her truth, because she said she was her soulmate. So I'm just
Oh my God. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it.
Wait for her to live in her truth.
And you know what? Speaking of which, listen, we're gonna get into all of the truth and all of the matter, but there is a rumor going around Jackson, baby, that Marie Monroe. I'm gonna pull up one more time that Marie Monroe is how do I put it lightly? She's sleeping around with a homegirl Essie, and it's word around Jackson. We saw Glenn confront her at the apartment signing, which is my favorite fucking scene of the season. That
You
apartment
do
signing
like that
scene,
scene, Chase?
I love, because the way they was looking. Wait a minute, look, and then look at this. I love that scene so much, y'all. That was Marie's face when Glenn popped up. Glenn is Letitia's estranged husband, and was like, "Yo, you don't need to be signing no apartment for my girl. Essie, you already got Essie. You're not getting Letitia." And Marie Monroe was like, "What?" But did y'all notice that Marie Monroe did not address the allegations about Essie? She only addressed the allegations about her allegedly being with a married man. So I ask the people, y'all think Marie and Essie got something going on?
Mm-hmm. I feel like yes. I mean, I feel like it's kind of obvious, and you have to be comfortable putting that shit on TV. So she's not going to. She rather address some shit that's like, keep your legs closed to marry men type shit. That's regular TV shit at this point. But Essie, like, that's a whole different can of worms that you got to put on the television.
Shantae, we know what you think, Shantae, I think.
Listen, they are soulmates. I will say this. They said it themselves, and even that fake date that she went on, that was so
it was bad. It was a bad date.
That was hilarious.
So not given anything that should have been gave. Essie is definitely the one that would have had the sparks flying on the screen. When they look into each other's eyes, you see stars. And it's Pride Month too. They needed to give us at least one scene with Marie and Essie. Come on.
Oh, Shantae, I think I like you, girl. You get some shade on you, baby. All right, that's the newest belle of the lean, honey. Speaking of which, the biggest belle of the ball, Letitia Pearson. Letitia Pearson is the CEO of Letitia Pearson Enterprises, or whatever it's called. She, has these brunches where everybody gets into big fights, but they are supposed to be women empowerment brunches. It is not her fault that she give people dirty plates, allegedly, and the waffles and all that stuff, warp people's brains and get them down to fighting. I actually really love Letitia. I actually feel like she's the heart of the show. I was expecting for Marie to be like the star when I went back and watched it from the beginning. And Marie is definitely a star, but I feel that Letitia is the heart of the show, in my opinion. I love Letitia. Letitia, girl, you need to leave Glenn. Stop playing. Stop letting Glenn pop up on you at SCF. I mean, is that SC apartment? Is that Marie apartment? We don't know. At down to the apartments. Stop having them pop up on you down to the restaurant. And I do love that she's there for him in a way, but it seems like to me that she's slowly transitioning to being there for him in a way that is more of a friend. And I think that he needs to accept what he's done and live in his truth, as you guys have been saying so far. Live in your truth, Glenn. You did it. The damage is irreparable. She gave you another chance. You shitted on her twice. And one thing about wiping Dookie, who want to wipe it twice? After if you don't have to. I know. Excuse me, Asia. What's the thing? What you thinking about Letitia? Because I love Letitia.
She gives me Lady Thornberry off of Bridgerton.
I've never watched that. Who is that?
She is like that girl, but she don't have a title because she had to run up behind a man the whole time. But she really that girl. So I like her because like, yes, season one, she gives second place,
Hmm.
but she's the one trying to get everything together. She gets
Yeah.
everything popping off for real. But I feel like Marie was supposed to be the main girl. It's just Tisha do it better because everybody like her.
Everybody likes Letitia. Everybody likes Letitia. And guess what? Letitia not afraid to get dirty. She gets in the mess. She has her opinion. And that's what I like about someone that can state her opinion, but still somewhat be neutral. I haven't seen her be like how can I put it? I haven't seen her be biased in any situation. She tells Marie when she's wrong all the time, which is not easy to do. So I love Letitia. Shantae, did you have anything you wanted to add about Letitia?
Yes, I just feel like she's definitely the nucleus and like the heart of the group. And when it comes to her spinning the block with Glenn, I just really don't like the back and forth because she said she like slept with him after the reunion and then now she's acting like she wants to be away from him. But I really feel like if it wasn't
That
for the
happens all the time.
cameras, she would have just stayed with him and she's got to make a choice. If she's gonna make a stand, she's got to just do it, or just let him cheat in peace and stay.
No,
I feel about her.
you can't say that because relationships are multi-layered. Even though you don't want to be with somebody, it's very hard to break off of them. So you got, like, I've seen people where they sign the divorce papers and go have sex after they sign on the dotted line.
That's true.
So
Yeah. She gonna always love that man, y'all. And you know what? He is a fine man to love. I think I would love him even more if he stayed out of the studio, but you know, that's just me. Oh my God. The rapping wasn't so bad. But baby, if you can't sing, get the sing or the sang on it. What is up with these rappers? This generation won't do it. Speaking of which, I was gonna pull her, but I'm gonna wait on her. Aikisha. Aikisha is one of the newest bells to the collective. She stole Letitia idea for Farish Street. She stole it. I don't give a damn what nobody say. And she has the connections. She accused that lady of giving her a dirty plate, and because the plate was dirty, now she don't want that lady to open up no business on Ferris Street. Let me tell you something, old Keisha. I meant to say, I Keisha, you better get off my girl Tisha, and you better give her a business on Ferris Street. That's all I got to say about her. What y'all got to say about Keisha? She ain't bad, and she looked really cute at Latrice's event. I must say that green dress. I was like, that's my favorite look on Aikisha, but I do not like you trying to snuff my dog Tisha out of that Ferris Street project. Do better, bitch. Anyone want to get in?
I'll just say it feels. I don't know if you remember Latrice being like when they were at the yoga event, like that she
Mm-hmm.
said something to the effect of "Let me not say too much because I don't want y'all to call me the dark skinned angry black girl" or something like that. I
Mm.
feel like this girl right here with this lipstick on plays into
Mm-hmm.
that, and she's not trying to. She just look. She's not trying to have no problems with her, but what she
Mm-hmm.
said is true. So I really want, and I know we're supposed to be speaking on her right now, but Akeisha, but I just feel like she stole her idea, but it was more so like of a business move. You just
Oh
got to
yeah,
be
absolutely.
careful when you look like you and she look like her, how
Came right
that
on in
comes
and
out.
stole it.
Yeah,
Wow. And then you know what too? I want to add. She definitely called them ugly, and I ain't no way around that. Shantae, what you got to say, baby? Because she called them ugly. She
she
said
did.
it.
Yeah,
She said it.
she did. I mean, she, I think, has a facade in some ways, like a kind of snooty, I'm better than you kind of front. And she even puts it on for her husband a little bit because remember, she said she didn't want him to know that she was scrapping with SoGucci. So I think that we're starting to see the real her bit by bit, but she definitely has a shady side, especially, with how she came across
Maneuvers and stuff.
other
Yeah.
women. And then even her allegations that Latrice was, sleeping with Selena, she's got a little side to her, and it's coming out more and more the more we see her.
And she left Jackson. Then that's all I got to say. Catch. You get what I'm saying? She left. She didn't want. She came back because it was a television opportunity. But if it wasn't that television opportunity, them builders would have been sitting on the block of Ferris Street, dilapidated, and they wouldn't have let Tisha get in, and she wouldn't have gave her the building, and she had it. Let's go ahead and get into someone else. Tambra Cherie. Okay, that's her. Um,
Okay, you gotta go first.
I ain't got nothing to say about Tambra Cherie with her stinking ass.
Okay.
No, you know what? No, I do have something that we gonna. I was just trying to be a little shady because Tambra Cherie. I hated her hair season 1, and season 2 it got a little better, but it's starting to get a little worse again. And I think that Tambra Cherie do be lying. The only time I really believe Tambra Cherie, y'all, I am not gonna lie. Only time I believe Tambra Cherie when she was finna whip Akeisha ass last season. Outside of that, it's a mess because she was really for the whoop Akeisha ass. Like, no, don't play with me. Like, you know what she is? She was bucking up on Akeisha because she just knew that Akeisha was the one bitch in the room gonna whoop her ass. You get what I'm saying? Now, Marie might whip my ass, but bitch, you ain't finna whip my ass, Akeisha.
Yeah.
So, but this relationship thing is getting cloudy. And one thing about Marie Monroe, she want the truth and she want nothing but the truth. And so I can't wait to see what happens with this. But she just
It's tiring.
I just don't know,
I'll say
man.
you let me say one thing about it. I don't know if Shantae you
Please.
got anything to say, but I understand lying for TV because I feel like if I was on TV, you would not know what's the truth. I'm a lie. If you ask me questions, and I really don't want you to know my business like that, I'm a lie. I feel like where she come into play is she volunteers her lies. Like
Yeah.
you never
Nobody
asked
even
me.
asked you that.
So you lying for no reason because we didn't even care.
Because Tamara,
So
just come on in, Tamara, host the brunch, girl. You know what I'm saying?
she was just be cute, sit down and just laugh and give it your little annoying voice and call it a day. If you ain't really got nothing going on, Cynthia lasted a long time that way. You can too. What you lying for?
Tamara, everybody knows I love a quirky housewife, a quirky cast member. Tamara has quirky, sentiments and things like that. And so I like quirky, but it's just something about Tambra. Like when Latrice we're gonna get into it. When Latrice and Tambra were talking on episode 6, we're gonna get into what I really feel about that. But do you have anything you want to add about Tambra, Cherie, Shantae? I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, I agree with what everybody was saying. She just lies so much for no reason. And I don't know, she clearly works hard at her career, but I wonder how she got on the radio with that voice. 'Cause it's just
Well, it might be,
That's how she got
but
on it.
radio voices, that's how, they're unique. And I would say Tampa Cherie is a very hard worker. I think that she is great in her field at what she does. I think that that's perfect for her communications, all of those things. I don't think that I don't think she's going to be someone that can be on this platform as long as as long as you need to be in order to hide these secrets. Like, she got 1 or 2 more seasons left in her because they starting to shake her. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And if you want your communications career, because you have to be liable, it's very, very hard to have a career in communications as a media personality, and people don't like you. So yeah, we're gonna move right along to my girl, almost. Cause see, she done let me down this season. But Sophia, Shantae, Otis, So Gucci Williams, So Gucci, baby. So Gucci got the internet talking now. See, last season, So Gucci stayed out the way and threw her shade in her confessional, but she didn't have no issues with none of the girls. This season, one of the biggest issues is with uh, So Gucci and Latrice because So Gucci is the best realtor in Jackson, allegedly, but they say Sanjay and Sana sold more houses than the girl. However, she was supposed to be looking for Latrice a property for Goddess Lens. It didn't go through, and Latrice went ahead and got a property outside of Sogucci without telling her. So Sogucci came back to this season with hellfire and brimstone, trying to keep her Belle because everybody said that they were not ringing last season. And baby, she has come in with a ball. We're not going to discuss the fight right now. We're just doing a character breakdown of each lady. Quickly, do y'all like Sogucci? What y'all think? Yes or no? Where we at with Sogucci?
It's giving fake bag for me, but
That shirt JJ had on. Her husband, by the way, is so her husband is JJ, who was married to Selena from Bring It, and their children together are Star and the twins. I don't know the twins. Excuse me, Sanjay and the twins, who were on the dance team. Although the people say that the twins weren't dancing good, but Sanjay could. That's what the people said. I didn't watch Bring It, so I don't know. But
I
the
ain't
people
watching
say
it.
that the twins were getting. The people say the twins got cut, rightfully so. Shantae, do you like your arch nemesis? What you think about SoGucci? What's going on?
Well, So Gucci is very entertaining to watch. I
What
think she's
baby is that?
great for the show. That might be my son.
Your baby don't like the so. Your baby don't like SoGucci. What's going
I guess
on?
he's
Was your
like,
baby on the dance team? Why he speaking up now?
sorry. But he's got opinions, and when it comes to So Gucci, I watched the Carlos King interview with her, and I really think that it hurt her that she wasn't featured on that other dance show.
Absolutely.
Apparently, when she was with JJ, the people who are the producers of the dance show just chose to not include her at all. And so they were
What for?
pretending that JJ was with Selena, and they just
Mm,
had her kind of like an extra, like she was around but they never like featured her. So now that she has this platform, I think she feels like vindicated, like it's her moment, and that she's, a value in her family. And it shows with how, she and Selena got into it. So I think now she feels like it's her moment, and I do think that she felt slighted in the past by not being featured on that dance show.
that's an
Mm.
accurate description. And lastly, we have Latrice, who is the owner of Goddess Lips, a self-made multi-millionaire, allegedly, who is married to Cliff, the oldest nigga in, oh, excuse me, the oldest man in Jackson. And he is at least 20 years. He is 20 years her senior. And their relationship, excuse me, is rocky to say the very least. Latrice, is she an innocent victim, a fawn in the woods, or is she deep down, dirty, low down, and dangerous? What y'all think?
What you think?
I think she's deep down, low down, and dangerous. I was holding out on her. Hmm. Oh, we're gonna get right into it as soon as we finish talking about her. I was holding out on her, but season three is what solidified it. And no, you know what? Actually, season two, because season one, I did feel like Marie came for her, putting that tawdry weave up in her head and coming to the brunch looking like Lil Bo Peep. I just was like, that's wild. To attack this lady out of nowhere. So anything that Latrice gave back, even though Latrice, allegedly was with that white lady who we won't mention because we don't fuck with her. Uh, they went to digging up in Marie business. But you know what, Marie? I hate to say this. When you do dirt, sometimes the dirt come back on you twofold. So, I didn't like what they did, but I couldn't condemn what they did because of how Marie
How
came for
she
the girl
painted
so
it?
hard throughout the season. What started to begin to change my mind about her was with her coming for Tamara Cherie last season out of nowhere and just ganging up with the girls on Tamara Cherie because her and Marie were on good terms, and now she got a problem with Tamara Cherie and calling stuff out about Tamara. And I was just like, well, what did Tamara do to you? And now this season, you and Tamara cool. It's just the way that she moves in relation, especially to the So Gucci and Selena beef, is messy as hell. And she remind me a lot of Miss Quad. And y'all know I don't see it for Miss Quad. I love Miss Quad, but I don't see it for Miss Quad. And that's just where I'm at right now with Latrice. You need to leave Cliff. You need to get that boy out your house. You need to leave Cliff. You need to be a woman. Okay, because the reason why she don't want to have no children, or I don't, I hate to speak on women's fertility, but I believe that if she's able to have children, the reason why she does not want to have children is because somewhere in the back of her mind, there's something in her saying, "Leave this man," and that's what I really think about that. What's going on? What y'all think about Latrice? So we get right on to episode 6.
Shantae, you can go.
I agree with what you're saying. I really feel like she's looking for a dad in Cliff, or she thinks that, Cliff is perfect for her because she's immature in a lot of ways. But she's going to find out very quickly that those toxic traits that he's showing is just not sustainable. And I really hope that she gets out of that relationship. Maybe she will stand on her own more and not be so flighty and immature with the rest of the ladies once, you know, she gets out of that relationship. But I really think that it's weighing on her because the way Cliff rolled up on her, even episode 1, I was very
I was
uncomfortable.
scared. I was
Yeah.
scared for
Mhm.
her.
Too much.
Yeah, too much. Asia.
I'm glad I what you said was correct about the baby thing with Cliff. And I think she's smarter than she comes off. Like she gives me more Portia energy. She gives me Portia mixed with
Okay.
Clyde.
Yeah.
Okay.
She gives me
Yeah, I can take
Portia
that.
mixed with Clyde.
Yeah.
Because I think she knows like I did this as a comeuppance. And she liked him, but how he's acting now, and as she's getting older, it's not cute anymore. She's no longer the
Mm-mm.
damsel that she once was, so she doesn't need him as much anymore. So I think, especially with the show, she's slowly but surely pulling away from him, and I like that for her. I personally, I don't mind a wishy-washy girl in terms of these friendships because I don't know how cool she has always been with this. And I more so see her calling a spade a spade. Like, okay, I really don't like this about you. Like, I can't even sit here and have your back with it, even though you're my friend, because it's stupid when it comes to Tambra. So
But
I
she was
feel
mean though. That's
like
why I didn't like it.
I think I that and that is where I don't. That is the only thing that I will say I don't like about it, because her
Hmm.
in this Gucci situation and her buying another property for somewhere else, like somebody else. Business is business. You do need to give your homegirl a heads up. However,
That's
she wasn't gonna
it.
take it well. She wasn't gonna take it well, no matter what she did.
She wasn't.
That's why she didn't say nothing to her. And I think she just knows who her friends are and how her friends are. So she got to do a little bit more for me to switch off of her side, because right now she's my
But
favorite after Letitia.
me
Mhm.
and Asia gonna have our first disagreement, y'all. We've never really had one. But Asia, I hear you. I hear you. But the reason why, and you know, I must have been on the lean. I'd be one of the first people on a bitch ass, right? I'd be on a bitch ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I ain't fucking with this girl right here. And let me tell you what really did it for me, right? I look in intent and you know how genuine you are. If SoGucci is your friend, right? And you moved foul in the business sense where you did not tell your friend that you're no longer going to be doing business with her, right? And that is your friend, and you do not give your friend a heads up and tell your friend, hey, you know, I went ahead and found a building. I had to jump on it really quickly, or whatever it is. I loved it, and so I went with another realtor. I love you, and you know, I always consider you for future business or whatever, right? You see how quickly that took me to do that? She could have did that. Now I'm not
But that's not
coming
her
at her for
friend.
wait, hold on, wait, but I'm not. But you, she said it was the bitch friend, so you can't go. I'm just going based off of what she said now. She said that she was the hottest realtor in Jackson. She's gotten her multiple properties, this, that, and the third. You lied and you put too much on it. And Marie snipped it out at the department. Marie was like, unless she lied, then what's the name came to the door. So Glenn said she was, SoGucci was saved by the Glenn because Marie was on the case. However, when all of that happens, and then your friend says, I have an issue with you because of the way it was done, and you just didn't give me a heads up as a friend, regardless of whether you know your friend is really gonna be
Mhm.
cool to come out of a bag on you, the least you could do is say, you know what, you're absolutely right. I apologize. I meant nothing by it. You know I love you, and I hope that we can still be friends. That's not what she did. She told the girl in her face, well, I don't babysit other bitches' feelings. What? And then now we finna
Chase,
get into
I feel
episode
you.
6. Huh?
I feel you. I feel you.
Okay.
And the only thing I'm
I
gonna
was
say
like,
about that
oh, no, she didn't.
the only thing that I'm gonna say about that is I don't in my head they're not friends. And so that is why it doesn't bother me as much. It's like some show shit. Like they're not friends in my head, because you don't treat your friends like that. They're coworkers. And that's why it's gonna take more for me. Now, if she did that to somebody who was her for real friend, because think about it, Selena, her friend,
Selena is a friend.
not so Gucci.
But guess what though? Selena was her friend last season. So let me tell you, let's get into it, baby. Shantae, we jumping in and we're
Let's
gonna hear
jump
what you guys say as soon. We're gonna jump in. Let's lead into episode 6. Cause let me tell you about it, right? Selena was your friend season 2. Where was Selena all of season 2? And you were taking around with the hottest realtor in Jackson, SoGucci, and that's your dog. You, Latrice, I feel like Latrice set it up, and I don't give a damn what nobody say. What you think, Shantae? We're gonna break it down. But as far as I'm concerned, Shantae, Latrice set it up. It was a setup. It was a setup. It was a scheme that Latrice came to come to you with the
I
bullshit.
think Ty got something to do with the scheme, but all right.
Not a scheme. Okay, I agree with a lot of what you've been saying about Latrice, but this to me was not a setup by Latrice. The fight again stemmed from a lot of long-term issues that
The fight
SoGucci
wasn't a setup.
been having. It was not a setup. Latrice, she definitely had some shady things planned with those wig names that were very not cool, especially the Monroe, no Monroe wig, remember? So she came into that event kind of on her not thinking enough, selfish, immature kind of stuff. But she was not anticipating a fight between Selena and SoGucci. And I don't think
Like,
she
That's
you
put
not
mean a
true.
physical one?
she
That's not
put
true.
a lot of work into that event. She wanted to shade them with the wig names and all of that. So them fighting and taking her spotlight definitely hurt her feelings. I think those were real
Mm-mm.
tears. She was crying. And I think Selena especially wanted a moment because if you think about it, they hadn't been getting along for years and years and years. So when she saw those cameras, she saw that free glass of champagne and SoGucci, giving her butt to kiss. She said, "And now look at me and this opportunity." She was
Okay.
like ready to go. And I think even though Selena has a big following and a good reputation based on the dance show, it did bother her, especially when SoGucci said, "I'm not talking to an
Wait,
extra."
wait, 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 wait. Okay,
Right?
wait, wait. Okay, wait. So
That
one
was
moment.
the kicker.
Shantae, one moment. We're going a little too far ahead. So what we're going to do now is we're going to actually break down the episode, and then we're
Okay.
going to go ahead and discuss it. So before we get into that, I want to make sure that you guys like and subscribe. As you see, we got a hot one here, baby. We are the Bells, baby, are the lead, and we got a hot new Belle on the scene. I live, okay? So let me go ahead and just get right into episode 6. We are smack dab in the middle of the fight. We pick up at Latrice's wig launches we've been talking about. And SoGucci walks up and speaks to Tamara Cherie, who is speaking with Selena, who again is SoGucci's husband's ex-wife. They've had a tenuous relationship for years. However, earlier in the season, Star, which is Selena's daughter and SoGucci's stepdaughter, had a baby shower for her baby, and SoGucci went. SoGucci was throwing shade at the baby shower. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. She was throwing shade at the baby shower. She didn't offer to help. Like, I'm just thinking as a woman, for me at least, I'd be like, girl, what you need me to do? You need some help? You need me to run, do something for you? If we're really looking to blend our family, and you can't blend a family with those girls as close to their mom without including their mom in a positive way. So I think that if SoGucci wanted to change last season, then she should be the change this season. And I feel like SoGucci dropped the ball on that. However, Tamara is speaking with Selena, and Tamara, so it's a little awkward, and SoGucci walks off. So Selena taps SoGucci and says, "Hey, you don't see me here. You're not gonna speak." So they get into, light, and I mean very light pleasantries. It wasn't light at all. So Gucci says, we didn't really speak at the baby shower, and she said you didn't have time to speak to me then. Selena was like, I was running and ripping and running with my head. You cut off, trying to make sure everything was good at the shower, and if anything, you could have offered to help. So Gucci don't help no other bitches, and that's what So Gucci says. So Gucci don't help, and then they get into it, and so Gucci drops the line about Selena being an extra, and she doesn't do extras. They go back and forth. Selena lets So Gucci know that she's had JJ before she did, and she was on TV before So Gucci was, so she's always going to be second place. They start getting riled up. The cameras are cutting, but allegedly, Selena threw a glass in So Gucci's face and cut So Gucci with the glass. As So Gucci was trying to block it, they end up tussling on the floor, and all of the girls break it up. So that is what happened at the end of that fight. Okay, all hell is broken loose. So we're going to go ahead and talk about the fight now, and then the rest of the episode is really quick to get over with. But the fight, I think, is going to take a bulk of this. And I heard everything that you said, Shantae, earlier. I'm going to respectfully disagree with you. I feel that Latrice invited Selena there because she wanted fireworks at her event. Okay. Now, do I think that she wanted a physical altercation at her event? No. But with the history being so tenuous, and now you're constantly inviting her on camera when you have been at odds with SoGucci, it's not a good look. You wanted something to happen, and something did happen. You got a little bit more than you bargained for. It could have gone really bad if they was rolling around in glass and broken glass and beating each other ass at the event. It could have gone really bad, and I feel like that was another reason why she was crying because she was about to be sniffed out. Latrice fight really, really dirty. So now that you're not friends, because my thing that I mentioned earlier, right, is you was Selena friend last season, right? But So Gucci was your girl. You never filmed with Selena last season. So now that you had Oz and So Gucci, now you bring us Selena around, bitch, you messy. And it is what it is, regardless of whether they've been in the same room or not. You haven't filmed with her. You could have filmed with Selena first season. That was your good friend. Why you didn't recommend her for the show? You recommended Aikisha. Why you won't recommend Selena? That's your good friend, bitch, you messy. And there's nowhere around that for me. And that's how I feel. Asia and then Shantae.
Well, we heard what Shantae had to say.
Okay, she said what she said, and she meant it.
Period. So with me, I'm gonna speak how I would be. So I can't say if it was a setup or not, but if I see somebody who don't like another person at the same event a couple days before coexisting, I'm definitely not gonna care about y'all relationship and or be worried coming to my event. I will say that.
True.
I saw y'all coexisting before, and even if I see y'all not like each other, if y'all didn't fight then, you're not on my brain. You my friend, you my friend. You can come. That's how I am. I don't leave people out for shit like that unless it's like super serious. So because of that, I can't say it was a setup in terms of physical altercation.
No, I
I
never would believe
can
it.
say if you feel like the setup was for them to bicker or to keep the comments flowing, then
Yes,
yes, that in
that's
itself
what I feel.
that was a setup. If that's what you want to call the setup. So for me, a setup for them to for what actually happened, no. But to get some shit going, absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's the Carlos King special. So you
That's
know
one on
that.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Carlos King 1-on-1. So I 100% get it. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at her for doing it. I'm just, I'm still neutral. I'm still neutral on it. And I just want So Gucci to have a different nickname.
I love So Gucci. I hope it never changes. Because see, listen, right? What the doubt comes in for me is, regardless to whether you friends or not, right? Or whether they are friends or not, right? You being So Gucci's friend know that as you mentioned earlier, Shantae, that it's a trigger for her or it's a soft spot for her because she finally feel like she the belle of the ball. It's her time. She was snuffed to bring it, and now it's her time to get on TV, do her flounce and wounds, do her big one. So what do? Because you're not Latrice. She don't really get scrappy with you in your face. She's more of a cerebral assassin. So what does she do? She started bringing the bitch around. She know gonna get to you. Oh, but you guys have been in the same room before. I might be in the same room with a bitch, but I don't like that bitch. So if me and you arguing, then I got to consider me and you friends because you keep bringing a bitch around. You know I don't fuck with her. You ain't never brought her around before.
Right,
That's all I'm
yes,
saying.
that's what I'm like.
That's
She's
it.
not a friend. She's not. She
That's
don't give
it.
friend to me. She would never. I like her. I like her energy and stuff. But if we lived in the same city, or if we was on this show, I wouldn't want her to be my friend. I would want to hang out with her. I wouldn't want to I would want to hang out with her here and there, coexist with her. But I wouldn't want to confide in her. And I really want if a bitch marries somebody to come up, like how do you think she treats other relationships?
I agree. I don't think she's genuinely friends with a lot of the girls because
Yeah.
point about her not really filming with Selena last season yet because she was filming with SoGucci and palling around, but then they fell out over the building. So a lot of the Belles are seeing her as a snake. It's almost like Marie's initial judgment of her is starting to gain traction now because
Yeah.
even JJ was saying how she got
Oh,
snakes
JJ
in
hot.
her
Yeah,
wig.
JJ hot.
Oh
Like, she's
yes.
not beating the snake
God dang
allegation
it.
She
very
can't beat
God
the
well.
dang it.
allegation.
This season, she's
God,
not
God
beating
darn
them.
it.
She's not
God
beating
dang it.
them.
She's like the God darn
So,
it snake. God darn it.
I mean, who's she gonna film with? She has to film with Selena, and then the other liar. Sorry, I mean the other
Who was Shantae?
Who was the
storyteller,
liar?
Tamara. I'm not gonna say she lies. I'm gonna
Tambra.
say she tells
Oh,
stories.
Tamara Cherie.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna move right along to the rest of the event. Letitia and Aikisha attend to SoGucci and tell Latrice that Selena needs to go. She needs to go, in the words of Mariah Huck. She needs to go. Treese is confused because they were just at a at Star's baby shower and everything was fine. Treese really put a lot of hard work into her event and it is sad, and she's sad that it was ruined. Letitia pours into Latrice and tells her that it isn't her fault. And you know what? That is why I love Letitia. Because it is not your fault that these hoes got the scrapping. It is not your fault that So Gucci walk around trying to cash checks that her ass can't cash. You see what I'm saying? You can't be selling wolf tickets, So Gucci. You can't get up in anybody's face and think that she's not gonna rock them and sock them, you girl.
Mm-hmm.
Selena's no tea, no shade. She's a woman of a certain of stature. You're not gonna walk up on her and think you're not gonna leave with no ass whooping, baby. So
Put
I
it
don't
on the
understand
floor.
what put it on there. She put it on the floor. She was acting brand new and she got put on the floor. But I really love that Letitia poured into her and said, "This is no bearing on you. Their fight has no bearing on you because at the end of the day, they grown. You didn't sit up in the middle and referee a fight, but I'm sorry, you did. I ain't gonna give you. She can't beat the allegation with me. She set it up, girl, because you don't do what you do the way she did, and it just oh my god, they just got oh my god, they're cussing each other out. Girl, please, you knew it. You wanted a little spice. You wanted to make sure your event made the camera and made the TV screen so we could see it, and oh, did it do it?
Okay, producer
Um,
Chase.
girl, listen now. I did film a little Married to Medicine, so I know a little something, little something, something. All right. So Gucci feels that Treese set her up because they've been at odds over Latrice's real estate deal. And so Gucci says, well, there goes the blended family. And I said, no, you raggedy bitch. I love So Gucci, but she wrong for that. No, you need to immediately let the time heal. But no, you need to talk to those girls. If anything, talk to the girls and the mothers need to work this out. There's no so there goes the blended family. Maybe you and Selena don't have a relationship, but you need to rectify that with those daughters because they love their mama. And if you love them and you can tell how much they love their mama, then you're gonna do the right thing and you're gonna do it before the cameras hit. Catch that dirt. What do you guys think about uh Latrice feeling bad about her event and Letitia pouring into her. Aikisha, pretty much feeling that Selena's a hood rat bitch. That that's not my words, but that's what Aikisha was given. Just what do you guys think about the telling of the event, culminating in what's her name? Culminating in So Gucci saying that there goes the family.
I don't like aftermath of fights. Like, I really don't have much to say about it because it's right after this blow up. So people are just saying whatever.
Emotions. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't have much of a recap because I don't think what everybody is saying in this moment is what they actually feel. You got to sit on it so you can really put two and
True.
two together because that fight was out of nowhere. I do
Yeah.
think, like, even if when we'll talk about it later, but she even came back like, I got to talk to the girls. I need to apologize to the girls because they mama like that. So I can't go off of what was said immediately after this altercation.
Okay. I agree.
I agree too. And I do agree also that Letitia was showing her gifts because she was pouring into um, Latrice and helping her, calm down because she was crying and losing. And I do think those tears were real. And again, she's going through a lot with that husband, father, Cliff, and then even the betrayal by the stylist Josh, telling her business. So I think for her, she's already going through a lot, and then having her event kind of crumble really was a blow to her. So it was really nice to see Letitia, be in her mentoring slash supportive bag. It was nice to see.
Mm.
Well, yeah, I agree. But it's a part of me just be like, But you know, if Latrice would have just, been mature at the beginning of the season, maybe this wouldn't have happened. I
Mm.
don't know. Anywho, so we move right along to the following. Akeisha's husband Willie is in town, and he back, and yay, Jim is back. Who gives a shit? Um, yeah. So there's that. I don't want to talk about it. Y'all want to talk about it? No.
Mm-mm.
All right, catch. Um, so Gucci meets with her husband JJ. God darn it. And he feels like Selena has no right to put her hands on SoGucci. JJ says the girl stayed with him growing up because Selena likes to go out and party, and so Gucci called her an absentee parent. This is getting ugly, y'all.
It's messy.
Um, it's getting messy. JJ say the girl stayed with him because Selena liked to go out, God darn it. And again, she called her the absentee parent. So Gucci practically raised the girls because Selena wasn't there unless there was a camera in the room and there was a boom cat to be had. JJ feels that Selena, God darn it, is trying to destroy his family unit. And so Gucci says that she will be the bigger woman and apologize to Sanjay if her mom can't do it. And I'm just like, no. I understand that you're mad with this lady, but you're not going to get anywhere with these children disparaging their mother in this way. And I know you're mad, and I can't tell nobody how to fight back. But I just, as for the children, it's not going to work like that. They're not going to receive it. So finishing it up. Yeah, JJ feels that Selena is jealous of SoGucci and believes Latrice set SoGucci up. And God darn it, I don't know if I disagree. So Gucci says and believes that Latrice set her up as well. And she says that Latrice reached out, but she did not respond. JJ says that also Gucci needed to say what she, excuse me, also needed to say, excuse me, I apologize. All Latrice needed to say was that she closed with someone else and everything would have been fine. And says that Cliff and Latrice are meant for one another. And Latrice has snakes in her wigs. And she's married to Lucifer, who is Cliff, and Medusa and Lucifer. And I said, you know what? God darn it.
He
They ain't
right.
beating them allegations neither. What did you guys think? Come on, get in on it.
I think everything he said was right. Um, I don't know about the jealousy thing. I
Yeah,
just
I don't
don't.
know
I don't
what.
know about the jealousy part. But
Yeah.
everything else he said was right. All Latrice had to do to avoid all this other mess is not. It's just let her homegirl know, like, sorry, friend, you just not getting done what I need you to do, and I gotta go with somebody else. Like, none of this other shit probably would have happened, or maybe it would have, just not at Latrice's event. Um, I don't like the family dynamic being played out on screen like this. I think when
It's
it comes
so
to your
gross.
children, I think it's kind of disgusting to pit the ex-wife, current wife, kids, step kids. Like, that is just something to me that shouldn't be played out on TV like this, especially when grandkids are coming into play. It's nasty. It's real nasty work. I just don't like it. So Gucci is she's not a favorite of mine right now because of of these reactions, and that's why I really don't want to speak too much on it because I know she's still in the moment.
Yeah,
That's it.
I didn't like it either. Shantae,
Well, what stood out to me the most was just how much JJ loves SoGucci.
he
Like,
loves so Gucci.
he reminds me actually of y'all ever see the Frog Prince or the Frog Princess, the Disney movie with like
Yeah.
Princess and
the
the Frog.
Firefly Ray and Evangeline? I
Mm,
I've never seen the Princess and the Frog, y'all.
I've seen it. I know what you mean. Yeah. So he's
I
like a
know.
big.
yeah, so Gucci's like the Evangeline to his Ray. She can't do no wrong. Like, you cannot tell me that he doesn't see SoGucci sometimes disrespecting Selena, things like that. And even if somebody told him, he would not be swayed. So even though, again, Selena was 100% wrong for the physical part, it's true that SoGucci also has been disrespectful for years.
Very.
That has to be addressed somehow for the kids at least. And from what the internet's saying, Selena apparently had a stroke, and that's the reason why she wasn't there for the kids. Or at least that's one version of the story. But
Did she have a stroke in the club? Because
that's the
JJ
thing.
said
I
she like to
want
go to the bar.
to know the because he's saying she was at the club, but maybe it could have been
That's
like
why I
she
don't.
just stroke, and
But
then I don't
that's
know.
why I don't like it because like you always gonna you putting dirt on your ex
On your
man,
baby mama, I don't live.
and yeah, like she got your kids, like your kids gonna see that. No
Yeah, it's
matter if
not
you
cute.
say it on the camera, they're gonna see it eventually, and they're gonna stop liking you because you a man. Dang, you will not see your grandson, sir.
Mm.
Keep
All
playing.
right. And before we move on, I also want to say to piggyback off of Shantae, he's not going to believe anything that anybody says. So maybe So Gucci should tell him what she's saying because I noticed that she didn't tell him what got her ass kicked. Um,
Exactly. Oh, and the stray that Cliff caught, being called Satan, word on the street is that Selena cheated on JJ with Cliff.
Cliff 13 years ago at the reunion or something like
Yeah.
that, right? A very long time ago, he hit her. JJ was played it off at the reunion, but you could tell he wasn't really happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
They say Cliff was the man back in the day, though, in Jackson.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean, he still could be.
Not for me.
Not for me.
He's a nice young
Make sure
man.
you,
He just
yeah, well,
oh,
they no, don't be yoking me up. Oh, why is you yoking me up at the bar like this?
yeah.
I'm getting a little old for that. It's a little cute still, but it ain't cute like that. So make sure you guys like and subscribe to this video. We're almost done with this recap. Thank you for banging with us. Leave us a comment in the comment section, or as I like to call it, the group chat section. And thank you for supporting us. Letitia meets with her client, Misha Ray, who's a new pretty girl on the scene. I guess Misha Ray didn't get her LaBelle because she's not in the intro. Speaking of which, this is a little sidebar because there's nothing to really talk about with Misha Ray. She's pretty, but whatever. Um, One thing that I would like to see for this particular show is its own identity as far as the branding is concerned. I noticed that in the intro now they're taking the intros with their husbands and stuff like that, and I feel like that should be reserved for Love and Marriage Huntsville and that franchise. This is called the Belle Collective, so I love that the husbands have an opinion and have their scenes in that say, but I don't think they need to be in the intro. I want to see the confessional shot a little differently than Love and Marriage, and I also want the graphics to be different. I just think that one thing that I like about the Real Housewives is it's the Real Housewives, and one thing I love about Married to Medicine is it's Married to Medicine and has its own visual identity because this show has a totally different spirit than Love and Marriage franchise. These girls are lively. They're doing their
They
thug
fun.
thizzle. They fun, and so
That's the
I just
difference.
would like to see that. I just didn't want to. I just wanted to put that out there because that's something that I want to know if other people have noticed. Like even the hand sign, on the intro. If you go back and watch it coming up, you can see it. This is really Love and Marriage influence, and I want OWN to give these girls their own due because I like them and they deserve their own stuff. Anyway, all right. Did y'all want to talk about Misha Ray? Because I ain't got nothing to say about her.
She pretty.
Very pretty.
I like that line. Bosses wear red. That was cute.
What you got on tonight? Because I can't see.
Oh, red.
Period. All right. Marie's daughter's at dance practice getting ready for the Christmas parade. And so Gucci stops by and and she's reminded about the girls traveling for different dance competitions. And when we say the girls, not her daughter, but her stepdaughters, the twins who allegedly got cut from every competition. So I guess they were there for more support. And son Jay. Um, and if that wasn't enough to just be like, you know what? This is petty. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you get those memories of children being children, you just got to work it out because the children, they're going to always be children, whether they're grown or not. They're going to always be your child. You know what I mean? So Gucci fills Marie in on the tea because Marie wasn't there, and baby Marie is like, I told y'all that was the devil. I've been told y'all the snake. Told you. Um, Marie feels like Latrice knew of SoGucci and Selena's issues and invited Selena because she was at odds with SoGucci, and that's just the type of thing that Latrice does. And like I said, I totally agree with Marie Monroe. Do y'all think Marie Monroe got it right or she got it wrong? What y'all think?
She got it right. I think she has a good judge of character. However, the way she went about it initially in season 1 was the wrong way to do it. Because
Attack that girl.
yeah, I feel like people are gonna you give them enough time, like on Martha's Vineyard, give them enough time, they're gonna show who
Oh,
they are. Give them
Yeah,
enough time.
okay.
We don't need you to produce this. We don't need your help. Just you sit in the cut, because at that time Marie had enough shit going on. Not to go back too far, but Marie had enough shit and enough storyline going on anyway, where she was gonna excel without having an issue with truth.
True.
So good judge of character,
True.
but baby, you should went about that a different way. It just so you came off not looking like such a villain.
Hmm.
Mm. Shantae, any quick thoughts on that?
I agree. I think some of Marie's scenes somehow get overproduced. Like you were saying with her and the hair making all that drama that was forced with
Oh,
Latrice the first season. And then even this scene, the way SoGucci rolled up and say, "Oh, I saw your car out front and I guess you were here." And that's how she came into the dance studio. There's a lot of times where I just wish they would let the stories come out more naturally, and especially with Marie sometimes it comes across as overproduced, but she's got people signing NDAs and stuff, so I feel like she is very intentional about the image that she wants to portray and show. So maybe it's not just the producers but also her that's, you
it's
know,
her.
given this overproduced feel and forced feel. But she was right in a lot of ways. She is a good judge of character. She just gotta let this stuff come out naturally, like you guys said.
All right, Latrice meets with the only bitch on the cast that's gonna go for her bullshit, Tamara Cherie at the park. And Tamara, and I said it ain't changing. That's how I feel. I think, girl, whatever. Anyway, I like you, Tamara Cherie, but come on, girl. We got to wake it up. We got to wake it up. Tamara wants to make sure that Latrice is okay after the event. Tamara says that Selena is always at Latrice's events. She just is hiding in the corner off camera for the last 3 seasons. Girl, anyway, see, Tamara Cherie. Oh, I can't even get it out and finish the breakdown because she just made me so damn angry. Um, yes, so Latrice says that Selena was triggered by SoGucci, but she doesn't condone violence, and you have to be mindful of your mouth and your actions. And SoGucci definitely found out what happens when that mouth right checks that ass can cash. She says that she does not know if her and SoGucci will be able to come back from everything that happened. And Tambra says that, you know, she's been good friends with Selena for years, which I believe as a media personality and Selena being on Bring It. And she's building with SoGucci, even though SoGucci called her booty fake. Latrice feels bad for SoGucci, and Tambra just wants everyone to get along. Do you guys believe that Tambra Cherie booty fake? What did y'all think about that scene? I think that's Tambra Cherie booty. I do. Because she's so hurt about it. That's Tambra booty.
Hmm, I don't know. I don't know about the booty effect. I think I don't really care about this scene that they just shot.
Okay.
It was unnecessary.
Yeah, same.
Okay. Did y'all do y'all believe that Tambra is easily influenced?
Yeah.
No, because she wouldn't lie.
No. All right. Glenn is in the studio working on that song, child. Lord Jesus. And JJ pops up, God darn it. Glenn's grandma is not doing well health wise, and he's trying to just push through everything he's going through in regards to that. And those scenes with that grandmother, they were really hard to watch. But you know, when his cousin told him that, listen, she's in pain every day, and we got to let her go because she's in pain, and she don't even want to be here at this point. It just was like, man, this show is just so real on another level. Like it's almost like you sitting in the living room with your cousins having that talk. You know what I mean? Like the show
Hmm.
is just so real. I love it. JJ feels Glenn in on the fight, and Glenn says that he and tells Glenn, excuse me again, that he feels that Medusa and Lucifer set Gucci up. So Gucci and Selena have coexisted for 10 to 15 years, and they have never had an issue of this magnitude. And he's been with Gucci since 2005. Glenn wants to know how it's affecting the daughters, and JJ says, God darn it, he's in the middle. Glenn plays his song that he recorded to express his feelings for his estranged wife, Letitia, and don't play it no more this season. Did y'all have anything I want to say about that before we get into the final event of the show? Final scene?
Mm-mm.
All right. Um,
I will say, it just shows that this shit been brewing for almost 20 years between them
yeah,
two.
it was coming to a head, but I don't think that bringing her around on camera, sticking her in the room with the, like, they be in rooms together, but it don't be like in a produced reality environment. I just really just I got to keep my foot on Latrice's neck about this one. I'm not going for it. I'm sorry, I'm not going for it. Sanjay helped Zuri practice to get on the team that she's on in the Christmas parade. So Sanjay's going to stop by the event to support to support Zuri and Marie's good homegirl. So Gucci's coming to support, and this would actually be the first time that So Gucci and Sanjay have been in the same area since the fight. So Gucci is she feels like the girls on their mother's side, but that she didn't start it. And I'm just like, girl, they're gonna always be on their mama's side, and you started it. Their mom threw a drink, and So Gucci was just being So Gucci. Sanjay walks up and So Gucci immediately apologizes, and Sanjay is not having it. She feels that Shantae Sophia Otis Soguchi Williams is being disingenuous and is disappointed after they had been working so hard to mend their blended family, as we saw season 2. So Gucci said that she had nothing against Selena, but then turned around and disrespected her quicker than she told that lie to the twins and Sanjay. Sanjay does not believe or even know why so Gucci walked up to Tamara while Tamara was speaking to Selena and then didn't speak to Selena. Sanjay says that Shantae did not try to set up a meeting with her before cameras began to roll, and she knew that she would see Sanjay to quickly apologize to clear her name. So she's not buying anything that she has to say. And sometimes Sanjay feels like the reason why her mom blacked out is because it's been years of disrespect. Sanjay has not taken her foot off of So Gucci's neck. And I just feel like everybody needs to be accountable for the sake of these children because everybody plays a role into that. You didn't have to throw no glass at that lady, Selena. You didn't. You didn't have to. But then you also know, right? So, okay, Gucci walked off. Gucci should have spoke. But if Gucci did not speak, maybe I would have let it go. I don't really know if Selena was right or wrong for trying to initiate a conversation with her. But even when she tried to initiate the conversation, even though it was not nasty, it didn't feel really nice. If I'm gonna be honest with you, it was like, well, girl, da 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 da. It wasn't giving like, hey, girl, like, just like cool. It didn't give that on Selena's end. So they're already both on defense. Regardless to whether Saguchi would have spoke first, they both would have been on the defense. Regardless of whether Selena reached out, they both would have been on the defense. Or whether they just didn't speak and kept it moving, they both would have been on the defense the entire event. So I really feel like everybody got to own their part in this. What do we feel about this, guys, as the final part of this episode?
Well, I will say that clearly the party line for Team Selena is that she blacked out, right? And that's what Sanjay is also saying too, that like this was like the straw that broke the camel's back. After all the years of disrespect, this is what happens. But Tamara, going back to what you said, she's also saying the same thing. So I do think that Tamara and Sanjay are kind of regurgitating the excuse that Selena made up for her violent act because at the end of the day, getting physical is wrong. And I think Tamara earlier in the episode, she was like, this is not what the Bells represent. I think that's her true feeling, right? But because she's Team Selena, she's going with the she blacked out thing. And with Sanjay too, because it's her mom, she's also going with the, well, this is a straw that broke the camel back, and she's not featuring what Soguchi is representing or saying. And I don't think that the parties involved are unbiased. Obviously, Soguchi has this story that, Selena was not there at all. And JJ's also saying that, Selena was in the club. And there's that narrative, but then again, there's the stroke narrative, and then Selena's narrative is that she was there. And then when it comes to that dance show, she was featured as, the mother figure that was, being there for all of her kids. So again, there's the sides that everybody's saying, and then there's the truth. And I think the truth is somewhere in the middle. I don't think they're being fair with one another because of the emotions involved and the alliances involved. So the kids are definitely going to ride for their mother. JJ is always going to ride for SoGucci, no matter what she does. And even the Bells, they have their lines drawn too, with like Tamara and Latrice being clearly Team Selena, you know? That's how I feel.
Asia?
I feel like at the end of the day, it's always gonna be me and my mama against whoever. So whatever. And I don't think blacking out is an excuse. It's just the reason it happened. So even I always think back to like the Candace and Monique fight. Monique blacked out. Period. Whether she was right
She
or
was
wrong.
not there. Yeah, she wasn't there.
It's what whether she right. And I'm not on Monique's side. We all know I'm not on Monique's side. But that's the reason it happened. I'm not using it as an excuse because I'm either sorry or I'm not about it. But that is literally what happened. So with SoGucci, I'm not SoGucci, with Selena, I feel like had she known it was gonna get physical, she probably would have ignored that lady. But it was camera time, it's rolling,
She
lights
wouldn't
come
have
on.
ignored her. She ran up on her though, Asia.
Yeah, but I don't think she knew that it was gonna get fit. I don't
It was
think
gonna
in
get
her
fun. She thought they
mind
were gonna break it up before they got
yeah,
that far.
she
Yeah.
didn't know that was going to be the result because especially if it's a setup, like you said, Chase. She knew she was there to start some mess, but not throw a glass at the girl. It's just what SoGucci said to her. It clicked, boom, I'm done. Bitch, da da da, that was
I've been
my name.
trying with you.
These my girls,
Yeah.
da, 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 I was on TV. I'm an extra, da, da. Like it clicked. And
You gotta
that's
watch
the
that
reason.
mouth, Asia. You
You
gotta watch
do.
that
I
mouth.
mean,
You
honestly,
gotta watch that mouth.
you can say words, da da da, they don't mean
They
nothing.
matter.
But they do matter. Cause
Watch that mouth.
I done clicked, I done blacked out too. Like it just
Right.
happened. So people are human. And you play a lot of these little silly games with real humans, you gonna be put on the floor like Lotto said. Put it on the floor. Literally.
Listen,
We play
like
basketball over here. There's the court. Let's go.
listen. I always say to people, and it garners so many different reactions. Some people understand what I'm saying. Some people still think it's no excuse. I come from the school of if you ain't ready to rumble, if you're not ready to go ahead and get in the ring and do what you got to do, keep your mouth shut. Because you cannot talk to anybody because I might be able to say one thing to Asia, but I say that same thing to Shantae and we on the flow like Lotto said. You can't say stuff to people. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Everybody reacts to things differently. And so if you not one that's ready to get in the ring and rumble, keep your mouth shut. Which if we're gonna bring up Candace and Monique, that's how I felt about Candace. Or you're very provocative. You're verbally provocative, girl. You say a lot of hard stuff, and then when somebody want to beat your ass, you be like, I can't believe they want to beat my ass. You can't? Really, boo boo? Like what? So Gucci said she was just coming in doing so Gucci. Mean she was coming in giving her bop bop bop, her dupes and her dots, her ones and her twos. And she got 3 and 4 knots upside the head and 5 and 6 deep lacerations on the hand. Catch that dirt. You got to watch that mouth. With that being said, you guys, episode 6 and the breakdown of the Belle Collective is complete. I've had a good time to my Bells. I love you, love you, love you, Asia. My Belle, honey, yes. And the newest Belle of the ball who came in with an opinion and let me know that she wasn't gonna let me shake her. But let me tell you one thing, girlfriend. I'm gonna shake you bad, but you shook bad, so I like you. You all right with me. You good
You
with
ate
me. All
that.
right.
With a
Okay,
lot
you
of
ate that a little
you
bit. You ate a little
you
bit.
ate
You ate a little bit. You ate a little bit.
Mm.
Shantae, thank you so much. We're going to be back with episode 7 coming soon. Episode 6 is not really on our regular schedule, but episode 7 will be out, and the episodes thereafter will be out as well. Make sure that you guys tune into the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta review that just went up. We have the Real Housewives of Atlanta. We just finished Summer House Martha's Vineyard, and we're going to be going ahead and doing the Real Housewives of New York as well as a special treat that I don't know if you guys know about, but be on the lookout to your lean socials because we got something cooked up for y'all really coming soon. Outside of
We
that, did y'all have
listening in
anything
the
y'all want to
kitchen,
say before
baby.
we leaned on out? Yes.
No, good show.
No?
Good job, Shantae, on your
Good
first.
show. Good job, Shantae.
You
Y'all
know,
the best.
How you feeling?
I just feel like it's fun chopping it up with you about this stuff. So
Okay.
keep
all
leaning.
right. Wait
All
till me
right.
and
We're
you
going to keep on
disagree, though,
leaning.
girl.
Okay. Okay, because it gets fun, but it gets deep. With that being said, like and subscribe again. Leave some comments in the group chat section below. And thank y'all for tuning in to episode 6 of the Belle Collective here on the Lean. And with that, we bid you adieu.
Good night.